Do you want a way to earn money on Algorand without having to worry about the price going up? Today's Frugal BC, we're going to talk about 3 different ways you can earn money on Algorand outside of price. Now, I'm not going to pretend that price isn't a factor or isn't going to impact the results. However, these are 3 methods that you can earn money on Algorand without having to worry about the price going up. So the price can stay steady and you're still going to earn money. We're going to get into that on today's Frugal BC. By the way, guys, if you like this kind of content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. It works just fine that way too. We're trying to grow this channel so we can get the word out about crypto, and you can join our channel memberships. We got a lot of content on there, and we're going to start doing giveaways as well. So for $1 a month, you can get these videos before anybody else, all our experiments, all our good stuff that we do on the channel, and you'll be eligible for a giveaway. And then we don't have that many members yet, so your chances are pretty good. We're going to start our first one in December, so you got to be a channel member to earn that giveaway. We're talking like a million Nico on Algorand, so go check that out. And I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Non-Fungible Domains. Guys, if you're like me and you have you're sick of those letters and numbers, you can never remember them on your address, and you just want things to work a lot smoother, you can check out Non-Fungible Domains. You can get a .algo just like mine, frugalbc.algo. It makes using everything in Algorand so much easier. Plus they got vaults and segments, so go check them out in the description below. But let's get to how do we make money in Algorand without worrying about the price. Now, I'm one of those people. You might wonder, like, why do you still like Algorand if the price action hasn't been great and probably won't be going forward? I'm actually only shooting for like a $3 to $5 target, maybe 2 to 3 even, for the bull run coming up. And it's probably going to start in February, by the way. But the cool thing is I've been making money every day on Algorand. I'm going to show you which one I do at the end, so stay tuned. But we're going to go through 3 different ways you can earn money, and one of them isn't out yet, but will be coming very, very soon. So we wanted to cover that today. Let's get started with Folks Finance. Now you can stake on Folks Finance, basically deposit your tokens, and you can earn money. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so I'm on the Folks Finance DApp page, and the first tab that comes up is the deposit. They also have other stuff like staking, liquid staking, stuff to use G-Algo, which is their derivative product. But right here, this is like the really, really simple lending. You just deposit it. Now, you can use Algorand and get 2.41%, but I think the better option here, and this actually changed in the time for recording this. There's other ones too, by the way. The Stasis Euro, you can earn 4.3, but USDC right now, you can earn 16.58%. I don't know why that actually just changed. Recently, it was 17%, so I don't know why that changed. My calculations might be a little off. There's actually a lot of other coins that you can deposit on here, but that's probably the best deal, followed by Stasis, the Euro stable coin. 16%. Now, with that, you actually earn, well, when it was, my calculations were 17%. On $10,000, you would earn basically $4.66 per day, not including any kind of compounding. So that's how much you would earn every day on $10,000 deposited. So the upsides are this is a pretty low risk way to earn money on Algorand. You just put your money in, you deposit it. There's always some platform risk, so you guys have to be a little bit concerned about that. I wouldn't put my life savings on here, but the more money you put on here, the more you can earn. And yeah, $10,000 was $466 when it was 17%, so it'd be a little bit less. I'm surprised it changed that quickly. By the way, this is like 15. I don't know if they show this on here. It must have just changed to 14% because now this is, okay, yeah, so I'm sorry, the interest is now 14%. It was just 15 just like an hour ago when I put together the info for this video, which is really fascinating. But that's a pretty low risk. You don't have any downside risk with USDC. It's going to stay the same value no matter what. It's pretty simple to do. I mean, you hit deposit, boom, you're in. You hit the max button or whatever, however much USDC you want to put in. You can actually swap it right there too. So you could swap from Algorand to USDC and deposit it. And it's pretty low cost, pretty low risk, easy way to do. But the downsides are, compared to some of our other options, it's a pretty low reward, but not bad. Not bad. You know, I mean, your bank right now, my bank is giving me like a little under 5%. And so this is like 3 times that. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about, this one is not live yet, but it's coming very, very soon, as in it's supposed to start in December, and there's a lot of dApps that are going to be building. What am I talking about? I'm talking about nodes and pool staking. So Algorand is releasing nodes in very, very soon in December. nodes will actually earn rewards. Those rewards will be instant. And also just about every dApp that exists in Algorand, it seems like, is going to have some kind of staking program that you can actually join. So you don't have to run the node yourself. Now, I don't know what the differential is. We'll get into that, but let's see the Algorand's post on this and talk about that. This is the Algorand Foundation's post about staking rewards, and we'll just read it. Staking rewards are coming to Algorand in early December. For the first time ever, you can collect rewards for running nodes or staking algo, doing your part to secure the network. Why stake? No slashing risk. Staked algo is not subject to slashing. Instead, ineffective nodes are algorithmically removed from consensus and simply forego rewards. No lockup period, so do it as long as you want. Very low cost. So people have asked me about this. Your computer needs 16 gigabytes of RAM, a fast SSD, and a 1 gigabyte per second internet connection. So you got to be pretty fast internet. I think mine's pretty fast. I don't know if it's that fast. And then real-time rewards. This is the big thing that people were curious about. The initial rewards for block proposers are 10 algo plus 50% of the transaction fees, each block added to the blockchain. And Algorand rewards are paid out on each block as each block is finalized every 2.8 seconds. So we have some idea. You're going to get 10 algo plus half the transaction fees. But the question is like how every block is 2.8 seconds, but how many blocks are you going to be able to propose versus someone else? So how often, in other words, per hour, how many blocks are you going to propose? That'll tell us how much like this actually pays out. And you will need 30,000 algo to get rewards. You can still run a node, you just won't get the rewards unless you have 30,000 algo staked. Which right now that's not a ton of money, but it's not nothing. So keep that in mind. 30,000 algo is about $3,600. So if you're going to start from scratch and just buy all the, in fact, 37,000, yeah. So if you're just going to buy all the Algorand from scratch, like you didn't own it already, yeah, it's kind of a big chunk of change. But you could also move out your Algorand from something else. So that's a possibility as well. But yeah, it's going to cost you about this says cheap, but if you actually want to earn rewards, you're going to have to have at least 3,700 staked. I think we're going to see more Algorand locked into stuff like this because of consensus rewards, especially with the price. But I'm going to be paying attention to the actual, how it actually plays out. Because I think the upsides here is it's going to be pretty straightforward. You're just going to lock it into a node. You're going to stake it on a node, run the node in the background. You're probably going to want your own computer, a separate computer doing this. I know John Allen Woods is talking about the Mac Mini. That's like $2,000, but you can get like a really good, you could get a computer that meets these specs for like a couple $300, like a mini, like a PC mini. And I would highly recommend doing that instead of spending $2,000 on a Mac Mini. That seems crazy. The downsides are we don't really know what the ROI is going to be. And besides running your own node, there's going to be options on a lot of dApps. Tinyman is going to have one. Folks is going to have one. Compex is going to have one. Pretty sure pretty much every dApp that does something with DeFi, I think, is going to have one. In fact, I've even heard non-fungible domains might have something along these lines. So there's going to be options outside of that where you can just stake to one of these pools. I assume you probably won't earn as much as you would running a node, but also like you don't have to deal with the technical part of it. If there's some errors on your part or whatever goes down, that could affect your rewards. Whereas if you're just staking to a pool, that's usually safer. I've been doing that in Cosmos for a long time, and the rewards are pretty good. So so I'd say the downsides right now, and then there's going to be liquid staking options where you'll stake your Algorand, the pool, but then get some kind of derivative asset in exchange that you can do stuff with and earn on whatever. So a lot of options there. Now the last one I want to get to, and this is the one I'm personally doing, is Tinyman is farming liquidity pools on Tinyman. So basically what you're doing here is you're creating a pair of tokens. I typically do USDC algo. I like that one the best. And you put them in a pair on Tinyman, and then you'll earn on the fees from people swapping between the two coins. So you're providing liquidity for the swaps to happen basically, and you get rewarded for that. Plus you get farm rewards that you get paid out daily. So how much? Well, right now in the current setup that I have, I've estimated that it would be about, for a $10,000, I don't have quite $10,000 in there, but I did some math to figure out what it would be. It would yield about $672 a day. So almost $7 a day that you're earning just from $10,000, not really doing anything. Now, theoretically, you could put $100,000 in and then you'd be getting like $67 a day. I don't know, but it's hard to say because there's a limited amount of pools. So there is some cap there for how much money is in these pools that you could earn. Now, there's some upsides and some downsides. There's a huge earning potential from earning from fees. Let's take a look. Here's Tinyman. Here's my positions. My biggest one is in USDC Algo. I got some in Tiny USDC because this is paying out. So the 70 APY, this is just the fees. This isn't the farming rewards. If they were just fees, you would probably find better stuff to do. So what I'm doing is I'm earning USDC Algo. I earn some Tiny and some Algo. I already claimed my rewards for the day. And yeah, just from this morning, I've earned about almost 19 cents. That's just from this morning, a few hours ago. So yeah, it can be anywhere from like 60 cents to like a few dollars per day. It says $1.58 average earning, but I've seen this has fluctuated so much that I don't really believe it's a good solid average. Anyway, then I take the Tiny from there and from locking Tiny token, and then I put it into this pool. So there's a few $100s here, and then I earn more Tiny, which goes back into here. So that's kind of my setup. Now, why USDC Algo? Well, I did an experiment. I was at a year ago. I think it was in 2023. And for about 9 months, I ran this experiment where I was tracking three different DeFi projects on Algorand. And what I found was the USDC Algo was the most stable. So you won't get as much upside when Algo goes up, but you won't get as much downside when it goes down. And I think whenever you have a stable coin involved in these pairs, it makes it more stable. And of course, it really adds a lot of stability, as the name might suggest. And sometimes there's stable pairs, and then you really can't lose because they both stay the same price. Now, the cool thing about USDC Algo that I like is that it's going to be like, there's always going to be USDC Algo. Like, this is never not going to be a pair that's eligible for farming rewards and isn't making a lot of money on fees, because people are always going to be swapping between USDC Algo. And I'd say that's true of any other Algo pair. This one's interesting, Tiny USDC, because I don't know what the volume is or how much is being done. Probably not very much. You can see even with a smaller amount, though, I have a much bigger share than I do of USDC Algo. So your share of the pool basically dictates how much you get from that pool. Now, the other thing I like about this is the sustainability aspect. So what this allows me to do, I can use the earnings, and when you do a transaction, those are already baked back into your pool tokens. I can use this to grow and let that just grow on its own. Then I can use the daily rewards. Right now I'm putting them back in, but I could use these for if I want to pay bills and stuff. I could say oh, well, once a week I have, whatever, $100 out of here. I can take that and pay the cable bill, or, well, I don't have cable, but internet bill, I guess. That's almost $90. You can pay the internet bill with that or whatever. And this can help supplement my income, or at a certain level, it might even cover a lot. It might be a very significant income source. In fact, I've been wanting to get this about $10, so it's about $300 a month, and that's a good addition to my monthly income. Those are the three pools. Obviously, I am the most involved in USDC Algo on Tinyman right now, but there's other options, and I want to talk about some strategies that you can employ. So one strategy that I might actually employ now that we're coming into the bull run, I would expect Algorand to really start moving in February and probably peak out around September, assuming it does what it did last time and what most other alts did last time. What you could do is when if the LP goes to at the peak of Algorand's height, at its highest price point, I could take that, lock it into USDC by popping it into USDC and then depositing on folks' finance, and then just earning money that way while I wait for Algorand to crash, and then I could buy back into Algorand, or just keep it on there and have a pretty steady paycheck from earning on 15% for USDC on folks. So that's an option. That's one option. Another one is you could just keep basically dollar cost averaging into Algorand, put everything into the node, and earn that way. Or you could do the same thing on an LP. I could just never. The nice thing about Algorand USDC being a pair that's just going to exist forever is you can just keep it. You never have to sell. You don't have to lock any losses. You don't have to lock in, or any gains for that matter. And then you can just keep earning the rewards. So the rewards will fluctuate in a bear market, but they'll still be there. You'll still be earning. You just earn a little less, and you earn a little more during the good times. So it's kind of a stabilizing factor, and that's one of the reasons I really like that pool. I'm definitely moving some stuff to folks' finance as well. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this look. I'd love to hear what your strategies are, which earning potential, what kind of earning mechanisms you like in Algorand. Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe and all that. Remember, channel members, we're going to be doing some giveaways starting in December with our Christmas special. And watch out for that, by the way. That's going to be a good one. We're going to pull out all the stops on that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hit me up on that. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm Frugal BC. Stay safe out there. And as always, I'll see you in the future.